Next on the Garden Guru, we're going to take this high-intensity garden to a whole new level.
Last time on the Garden Guru.
The show's going to be really special because we're actually going to build a garden from the ground up, right, Jerry?
That's right. When we get done, we're going to show you how to do it so you can do it in your own yard.
We actually drew it out, just free-handed it out and kind of got a feeling for the space. Let's get right to work because I can't wait to get my hands dirty and get this great intense garden into the ground.
All right, let's get them.
Now, wasn't that easy, Jerry?
Wow, Garden Guru, you're great.
Whoa, that was a lot of work.
Doesn't mean there aren't other choices.
And mind you, the Garden Guru here, along with Jerry White, the King of Green. What an exit you made, Jerry.
Don't do it again, Dan.
And that was a pretty intense exit.
Well, it's pretty intense landscape you've done
And
here.
we're going to finish up this show all about intense gardens. And in the last show, we kind of did all of the planning and the preparation of how you can build one of these great intense gardens. But in this show, we're going to talk about how to finish it, to do the hardscaping and the finishing items that make this beautiful garden so very, very nice and actually bring it home. And this is part of the hardscape, is the rock.
It's pretty hard.
Anything that's not a soft material that isn't green, right, Jerry?
That's right. If you hit your head and it hurts, probably hardscape.
It's more than likely hardscape. Let's say you have an old walkway or driveway, but this is a great way to relocate that old walkway or a portion of your driveway that you may have busted up and use it as part of the great garden element, right?
That's right. So broken stone, so it takes a little prep. Yeah,
See,
you're a little bit
we're a little high in here,
there.
but we're going to actually take this and we're going to fill the center area up. We're going to leave enough gaps in that center area because we're going to put a neat ground cover around it. So, Jerry, we may want to...
So we want to bring some help for this one?
We may need to bring in a little help. Well, the patio sure has come together pretty nicely.
What a change!
We've got it all kind of sanded in. Obviously, you need to do a little soil prep, add a little compost material when you're sanding it like this. Because a dichondra, especially if you're using dichondra, isn't going to like it very well in just sand.
No,
So,
it doesn't have the food, the nutrition, or the moisture holding capacity to keep it alive.
but we finished putting down the stepping stones. We're going to put a section of dichondra in this beautiful patio. But as you can see, the concrete really makes a big difference and gives you a real natural look. Now, one of the last things that we're going to do, we've got a couple, 2 or 3 things besides the dichondra. You've selected some great color for us. This is annual color. That means that we're going to put it in twice a year.
Now there's a nice place to sit down and enjoy.
This is the best part of the whole show. The project's finished. What a great, great high-intensity garden we've created. And again, just to kind of recap, when we started, we had to make a full kind of a plan of what we were going to do. The way we found those ideas of what we were going to do is by going through design magazines. We ripped the pages out.
Put them in a folder so we could keep hold of them, so we can take them to our designer or nurseryman.
We also measured the site out and kind of planned the space out. Got some graph paper and made some measurements of the space. Then we went to our local nursery, had our nursery either design it for us,
Right.
or you can call a landscape designer to do it for you.
That's right. Lots of professionals out there can help you with the plan, but the real critical thing is to have the plan, because without that, you're going to be re-digging up, you're going to move things over, and it's not going to look right.
So remember, in your garden project, there's a few elements that you need. Is get with a good nursery that knows the types of plants, how big they're going to grow, because in a high-intensity garden, it's very important that you get the right placement of the plants, because you don't want a jungle. You don't want it 2 or 3 years from now to be out of control. You want to be able to do a good annual pruning on your plants and trees once a year to kind of keep things shaped and formed. But over time, you're going to have beautiful floors, walls, and ceilings. In our garden here, we used broken concrete, which is a great way to recycle a neat product.
Right.
And then we use primarily all evergreens and plants that are going to flower at different times of the year. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now you can reach us online at www.gardenguru.tv.